There is a particular kind of home that photographs beautifully for exactly 3 seconds. The walls are beige, the sofa is beige, the rug is beige. Somewhere, a pale ceramic base sits beside a stack of books no one has ever opened. Everything is coordinated, restrained, and completely forgettable. This is what happens when minimalism loses its point. Minimalism was never supposed to mean removing every trace of personality until your living room resembles the waiting area of a private dental clinic. It was supposed to create clarity, calm, and intention. But when every surface is empty, every color is diluted, and every object looks as though it was selected by an algorithm trained exclusively on oatmeal, the result is not sophisticated, it is unfinished. The homes that feel expensive are rarely filled with more things. They are filled with better decisions, contrast, weight, texture, shape, and material. Today, we are looking at 8 ways to bring those layers back without turning your home into a crowded gift shop. Let us begin with the easiest place to expose a bland room, the coffee table. A flat table covered with tiny decorative objects usually looks nervous. 5 candles, 3 coasters, a miniature plant, 2 books, and a wooden bead garland are not a composition. They are evidence that someone panicked in the home decor aisle. A better approach is one object with enough presence to organize the surface. The Samhita mango wood pedestal bowl does exactly that. Its raised shape gives it visual weight, while the mango wood introduces natural variation that plastic and imitation stone cannot reproduce. Place it on a coffee table, dining table, or console, and leave breathing room around it. It can hold a few objects, but it does not need to become a decorative fruit emergency. The pedestal creates hierarchy. It turns a bowl into a focal point and makes the arrangement feel deliberate rather than accidental. Next comes stone. Nothing exposes artificial luxury faster than fake marble printed onto a lightweight surface. From a distance, perhaps it survives. Up close, it has all the authority of a laminated menu. The Zilukar natural travertine tray brings in the quiet irregularity that makes real stone appealing. Travertine has pores, tonal variation, and a surface that does not look digitally perfect. That imperfection is the point. Use it beneath a soap dispenser, on a kitchen counter, or on a dresser for jewelry and fragrance. A tray transforms clutter into a group. 3 random things look forgotten. The same 3 things on stone suddenly have a curator. Now we need art, or at least something with enough character to stop a bookshelf from looking like storage. The G6 collection wooden thinker sculpture introduces a human form without requiring a giant framed quote about gratitude. Its curves break the geometry of books, boxes, and rectangular furniture. But this object needs restraint. 1 sculpture can look thoughtful. 6 sculptures begin to look like a committee meeting. Place it beside a small stack of books or alone inside an open shelf. Do not surround it with 10 objects competing for attention. Used correctly, negative space is emphasis. Then there's the decorative wood chain. Yes, the object that has appeared in enough staged interiors to deserve its own passport. The HMASYO brown wood chain decor can easily become a cliché, but clichés become bad when they are copied without thought. The chain works best as a connector inside a composition. Its linked shape introduces movement, especially when placed over books, inside a shallow bowl, or across a tray. The mistake is treating it as the main event. It is a supporting actor. Use it to interrupt straight lines and warm a surface that feels too polished. And choose one location. A wooden chain on every table in the house does not create continuity. It creates an infestation. For sharper contrast, move from wood to stone again, this time in sculptural form. The modern natural marble knot sculpture brings a sense of weight and permanence. The knot has enough tension and shadow to remain interesting from different angles, and it can replace several smaller decorative pieces. This matters. Instead of spreading visual noise across the room, use one object with a clear silhouette. Expensive-looking interiors feel calm because their focal points are easy to understand. The eye is not forced to conduct an inventory. Pair the marble with warmer materials, dark wood, woven fiber, linen, or aged metal. Stone alone can feel cold. Stone beside something tactile feels balanced. Now, let's discuss storage, because nothing ruins a sophisticated room faster than the reality of living in it. Remote controls exist, charging cables exist, receipts multiply when no one is watching. Minimalist photographs avoid these facts, but actual homes cannot. The LOHONER woven decorative storage box solves this without pretending storage must look clinical. The woven texture adds depth, while the lid hides the small objects that make a surface feel chaotic. Use it on a console, open shelf, or bedside table. The purpose is to give recurring clutter a permanent address. Unlike an open tray, a lidded box does not require the contents to behave beautifully. At this point, the room may have wood, stone, sculpture, and texture, yet still feel cautious. This is where color enters. Not 12 colors, not a rainbow assembled through panic buying. One grounded shade is enough. The MIULEE dark olive linen pillow covers introduce color without shouting across the room. Dark olive behaves almost like a neutral, but it has more depth than beige and more warmth than gray. Against cream, camel, brown, black, or natural wood, it creates contrast while remaining calm. Replace pillows that exactly match the sofa. Matching everything is not coordination. Sometimes it's simply surrender. A sofa looks more dimensional when the textiles vary slightly in tone and texture. Keep the palette controlled, but allow the materials to disagree politely. Finally, the Amélie Home Checkered Chenille throw adds the layer sterile rooms are often missing: softness with structure. A throw should not be folded so rigidly that it looks afraid of human contact. Let it fall naturally over an armchair, bed, or sofa. The checkered texture introduces pattern, but because it's woven into the material, it feels quieter than a loud print. This is the balance we want: interest without visual shouting, comfort without sloppiness, pattern without turning the room into a fabric showroom. And that's the larger lesson. A sophisticated home is not created by buying everything in the same color during the same afternoon. It's built through contrast and editing. Wood against stone, smooth surfaces against woven fibers, dark olive against a pale sofa, one sculptural object against open space. The goal is not to decorate every inch. The goal is to make each object contribute something the room didn't already have. Before buying anything, ask what is missing. If the space is flat, add texture. If it's cold, add wood or woven fiber. If it's too pale, introduce one grounded color. If it's cluttered, contain the small objects. If it's generic, add one piece with a strong shape. And if the room already contains 8 tiny decorative objects, the answer is probably not a 9th. Good design is often less about adding and more about replacing. Replace several weak objects with one stronger piece. Replace artificial finishes with a natural material. Replace perfect matching with controlled contrast. Replace decoration chosen because it's popular with decoration chosen because it solves a visual problem. That's how a home begins to feel collected instead of copied. The pieces featured in this video are linked in the description for anyone who wants to explore them, but use them as ideas first. The exact object matters less than the role it performs. And if your home currently looks like a beautifully staged bowl of plain oatmeal, don't worry, it doesn't need more clutter. It just needs a pulse.